DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast brought to you by Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton, your Silverado headquarters, and the morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. A local veteran was welcomed home last week from the honor flight trip to Washington, D.C. Mike Ferguson made the trip to Washington, D.C. June 20th, thanks to the honor flight that gives veterans a chance to check out the monuments in the nation's capital.
We had an event last week for Mike Ferguson at the Clinton IGA. Probably had 15, 20 fire, police, and ambulance along the route and back at Clinton. Had a tremendous turnout from the Clinton community, and Mike was greatly thankful for his welcome home. Actually, we got Jim High set up for the August flight. They don't fly in July, but we really need some more people to sign up, encourage people to sign up as much as possible. These guys earned it when they signed up for the military, and it's something that they'll never forget the rest of their life.
That's Jeff Morlock with Battlecross Crusaders, who invites the public to be a part of an event they have coming up this weekend in Wapella on Saturday night.
We do have an event coming up on Saturday. We're having a Veterans Independence Day, but we are releasing a local veteran song that we've been working with from a group from Nashville. It's a very, very good song, but it's open to any veterans of DeWitt County. It's out you can go to our Facebook page and see the results. But the song is actually written to Gary Regal's service history. And I can't emphasize enough, I've done 5 of these. This one's probably one of the best. But we'll have free food, there'll be games, the prizes, the guys can win, fireworks. There's going to be a band playing as well. So if anybody's interested in that, then go to our Facebook page and there's an event created.
And again, that's the Battlecross Crusaders Facebook page for more on that event this weekend in Wapella and other opportunities to help local veterans in the community. Farmer City's 4th of July fireworks display will be this Friday night. It's in conjunction with Fan Appreciation Night at Farmer City Raceway. City Manager Sue McLaughlin indicates it's $5 to get in, watch some racing and enjoy the fireworks at dusk.
Well, I just wanted to let everybody know that fireworks for Farmer City are going to be at the Fan Appreciation Night at the Farmer City Raceway. And it's $5 Fan Appreciation Night at the Raceway, and then you can also obviously attend the fireworks starting at dusk, and it'll be June 30th, which is actually Friday night. Seems a little early, but I think it just works out so they could come to a race and see the fireworks. But if it rains, which, I don't know that it's planning to, but if it does, the rain delay date is July 7th, the next Friday.
Check out more happenings throughout the summer at the Farmer City Raceway by finding them on Facebook. McLaughlin also points those interested in the happenings in Farmer City to check out the city's Facebook page. Last weekend, we celebrated Father's Day, and June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's a combination that is of particular importance to Tony Kirkman, who is the executive director of the Piatt County Mental Health Center. He stresses a father's importance in the family unit and a community in no way diminishes that of a mother's.
Yeah, I guess before jumping in that, I want to say how much and how valuable mothers are. And everything that I would talk about a father is not to be in contrast to the amazing and important role that moms play, but I think it's more complementary. So for all the moms that are listening or those that love their moms, I'm all about an engaged, healthy mom and having a conversation about the needs that a father puts into a family or into their children is in no way disservice to the amazing job that they do.
Kirkman points out the presence of a young person's father significantly reduces his or her chances at misfortune befalling them.
But with that being said, I would say yes, fathers, statistically, you can look at it. The data of having absent fathers in a young person's life makes them significantly more vulnerable to healthcare needs. It significantly increases their likelihood of criminality. It significantly increases their amount of substance use. It significantly increases their probability of early promiscuity. So I personally believe, and this is my personal belief, that a mom does a great job of nurturing and caring and holding the family together. Well, I think a father does a good job of affirming and speaking value into a child and speaking vision into a child's life. So there's nothing more powerful than a dad looking at his son or his daughter saying, I think that you are an amazing human being, and I know you've got this. I've heard the statement that said, the bullies and the naysayers say I can't, but my dad says I can. Mm-hmm. And that's an important role for dads to play.
According to Kirkman, young children want to see what a healthy man looks like. That means a father that treats his wife with respect and loves her, and says a father should be a good example for his son and for his daughter.
We still have the family dyad that is the common family characteristic where it's composed of a mother and a father. And again, I know that we have a lot of other families that don't look like that nuclear dyad, and I'm not, again, taking anything away from that. I'm just talking in generalities to the larger representatives that are making up that base. Kids want to see what an active husband looks like. Young ladies should see a healthy man. This is a healthy way of showing affection and value and affirmation. And this is how a woman should expect to be treated, with value and to being a contributing partner and to being an equal. This is what a loving husband does, that's self-sacrificial and is caring and is attentive and is not only physically affectionate, but emotionally and verbally affectionate. Teaching our boys, these are values of what a contributing man to society looks like, and this is what a present father looks like in their kids' life. Of it is not just all centered on punitive discipline, but structure and reliability, and a present father in my life.
Kirkman recently wrote a piece in a Piatt County publication regarding Men's Mental Health Month and why men receiving help and being honest about their situation is important. You can learn more about the Piatt County Mental Health Center at piattmhc.org. 18 minutes after 7 o'clock here on WHOW.
I'm weatherology meteorologist Derek Height with a significant weather update. A severe thunderstorm warning continues for portions of Champaign, Douglas, Edgar, Coles, and Clark counties until 8 a.m. this morning. This is primarily a large hail event with hail the size of ping pong balls as it moves southeast at around 30 miles an hour. Once again, a severe thunderstorm warning continues for Champaign, Douglas, Edgar, Coles, and Clark counties until 8 a.m. this morning. Remember, this storm has the potential for hail the size of ping pong balls. Stay tuned for additional updates. I'm meteorologist Derek Height.
Looking for a new Silverado? This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. Yes, we finally have new Silverado inventory. We have Silverados in 1500s, 2500s, and 3500s with several trim levels: custom, LT, RST, LTZ, and yes, high countries. This month, get an extra down payment assistance on all Silverados. Baum Chevrolet Buick. We have inventory. BaumChevyBuick.com. Right from the start.
News time is 19 minutes after 7 o'clock here on this Thursday morning. Again, I'm Seth Lawrence with you folks today for this expanded local newscast brought to you by Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton, your Silverado headquarters, and the morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Some new laws and increases take effect July 1. Starting Saturday, the 1% sales tax on groceries returns and a delayed 3-cent increase on the motor fuel tax will be implemented. Putting off these fees for a while help families struggling with rising prices, says Governor J.B. Pritzker.
What we did last year was a temporary measure because we had very high inflation. Inflation, you may notice, has come down. But we had very high inflation, and we wanted to do everything that we could, and we provided $1.8 billion of tax relief for families across Illinois.
The governor reminds that revenue from the grocery tax goes to communities across the state.
I would like very much to eliminate entirely the grocery tax, but it is a matter of local governments and what they would do if they didn't have that income as a result of the grocery tax.
A few new laws take effect on the 1st. One marks September 17th, Constitution Day, a commemorative holiday at a school. Second, will help youth leaving the care of the Department of Children and Family Services locate their former foster parents and siblings. How is drought impacting specialty growers? Apple producer Randy Graham is the owner and operator of Curtis Orchard in Champaign.
Not too bad, actually. Trees being as deep-rooted as they are, they can pull water for a bit longer than field crops can, but we're definitely making sure we're getting all of our repairs done to our irrigation, and we've been running irrigation as we get each zone up and running to keep them well watered so they don't go under so much stress. I think one of the differences this year compared to some drought years in the past is we haven't had the intense heat, so we haven't had too much of heat stress combined with drought stress. So it's been a little bit better in that regard, but I will say just a little bit better, and the rain would solve a lot of problems.
Graham also serves as the chairman of the Illinois Specialty Growers Association. Independence Day is approaching, but the American Red Cross is reminding the public to think twice before lighting up fireworks. Due to the abnormally dry conditions in central Illinois, the Red Cross is worried about house fires. Brian Williamson with the Red Cross has this.
If you have to light up the fireworks, of course, we always recommend leaving it to professionals. But if you do feel the need to do that, putting the supply of water nearby, of course, very important. It's been quite dry lately as well, so make sure that there's water nearby. And then, if for some reason one of those were not to light, you don't want to go try to relight it. The duds there, I know those can be tempting because maybe it's been purchased, but yeah, you don't want to go near that as it could go off near you. And then, of course, this goes without saying, but never point fireworks toward people or other folks there. These are some basic tips that we can do just to keep it safe for the 4th. Yeah, certainly. And I mean, really, even just in this past week, fireworks, regardless, there have been 7 home fires just in the central Illinois area, more than 30 people impacted by that. And so really, yeah, just want to stress safety and just everybody being smart here as the 4th of July comes up, because unfortunately, the home fires are already the most frequent disaster that the Red Cross responds to, and certainly don't want to see anything like that over the holiday or any time for that matter.
According to Williamson, the Red Cross responded to 7 home fires in the past week, impacting more than 30 people. The Christian County Sheriff's Office is keeping the local community connected to their sheriff's office with a new cell phone application. The Christian County Sheriff Illinois app will have features like non-emergency filings, vacation patrol, and push notifications that will alert users when there are instances like road closures or missing persons. The new Christian County Sheriff Illinois app has been a project for Chief Deputy Jim Baker of the Christian County Sheriff's Office, who says connecting citizens with the Sheriff's Office is the main goal.
6 months ago, part of this initiative was to figure out a way how we could do that. And with technology, we had the opportunity to acquire the new Christian County Sheriff's app. And that app's an interactive, on-demand type app. There's things on there that the citizens can post their residence for vacation patrol. We then assign it a number that house check gets checked a couple times while they're going on vacation. You can submit tips anonymously. You can view a sex offender map that's linked with the state police showing the GPS location. You can do an inmate search, see all the information pertaining to the inmate. If members have someone incarcerated in jail, they can submit on the app, go to the porthole to submit commissary funds. The biggest thing with the app, aside from being fed the press releases and things like that, and having several different tabs you can connect with the sheriff's office, is it's a real-time push notifications. We've got the availability to let the citizens know, hey, for instance, a road's been closed, Route 29 going to Payne has been closed for an accident.
The local community is a valuable resource to any police department, and with the Christian County Sheriff's Illinois app, connecting to your local police is made even easier. Chief Deputy Baker is excited about the calendar feature that will allow organizations to post their relevant details for events and fundraisers.
One other thing that I'm really pushing for, you can kind of design it in your own manner other than the general template. One of the big things that I come up with was with the community calendar. My hope is that I can get any organization to go on to the app, post their event, and then the event is then viewable to everybody there using the app, and to, basically increase their attendance to fundraisers and events.
Chief Deputy Baker's ultimate goal is public safety. With the new app, public safety, along with other community-related goals, will be enhanced through the new mode of communication. The app is available for Apple iPhone users and will be available for Android devices very soon.
When you start looking at the app, it was a public safety. That was my main goal, for a public safety app. Then you find out that there's availability to do so much more with the app. It's hard to cover how much content is in that app in a short amount of time. There's going to be a big marketing campaign, whether it's, we're talking about door-to-door in areas, attending events. We'll have 3x5 flyers. You can acquire the app through your mobile device through the App Store. The QR codes will be posted throughout the community. The biggest thing with the notification of push notifications, other counties that are using this, when you get half or 3/4 of your county using the app, not only are you getting, it's connected to the National Weather Service, you're getting real-time fed information, what's actually going on in your county, but you've also got the availability to assist us in finding somebody on Warrant Wednesday, or more importantly, like public safety, if you've got an elderly dementia individual that we're trying to locate, or a lost child, things of that nature, you're getting that notification while you're standing in a local resident or a business. You can look over and say, hey, I think that's that little girl that they're trying to find. And we're going to work with, I've reached out, we're going to have some chiefs meetings, and we're going to get every police agency involved to where, the other chiefs can notify me of whether it be a road closure because of a down power line or a lost child. It will be available to interact not only with the citizens, but all the other agency, bridging that gap through communications and to work together.
There has been an increase in scams that have taken advantage of many elderly people in the past months. The app's push notifications will be able to alert the local community of the type of scam and what to be aware of.
To get any news that we would push out that is non-emergency, but it would be informative to let you know, let's say your parents or grandparents, we often find times where they're being victimized for the sheriff's office, your, son or grandson's in jail. You need to submit X amount of dollars, we'll get him out. And then we've recently had somebody come to a residence to collect funds. It was a scam. We was able to track down with other agencies and the FBI, and we was able to, they apprehended that individual. In this case, those scams could be pushed out to the elderly. If we can help, those that doesn't maybe have the tech savvy, if we can get it on their phones, but then all they're doing is getting the notification, then we can inform them of any scams to the, targeted toward the senior citizens.
The Christian County Sheriff Illinois app is making community engagement with police more accessible. The app looks to be a one-stop shop for all items that may concern local citizens. President Joe Biden was in Chicago midweek to tout his self-branded economic plan. The Democrat was sounding like he was on stump with an eye towards the Democratic National Convention, which will be in Chicago next summer.
So I came into office determined to change the economic direction of this country, to move from trickle-down economics to what everyone on Wall Street Journal and Financial Times began to call Bidenomics. And guess what? Bidenomics is working. When I took office, the pandemic was raging and our economy was reeling. Today, the U.S. has the highest economic growth rate, leading the world economies since the pandemic. With this help, we've created 13.4 million new jobs.
After his speech, the president was the guest of honor for a high-dollar fundraiser hosted by Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. Get news anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com. News brought to you by Baum Chevrolet Buick, and we stream to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason. The U.S.